the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. If I quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Yeah. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. No. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Woo! Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yup. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Nobody want the Xbox Series S. Developers in a mess. Weak console in distress. Nobody likes you, I must confess.
Out back with a bat it goes. Frustration and heavy blows. Can't keep up with the pros. Game time lows, everyone knows.
Booster Series S, you're soft.
SAWFT. One in power, but you fell off badly. Booster Series S, we can't see why they even made you out of all the things.
Micro SAWFT machine can't deliver on the scene. Graphics limping, not pristine. Your specs are just so lean and mean.
We needed much, you brought the knife. We wanted speed, you made us weak. Tiny Titan, no delight. Booster Series has put you to sleep. Booster Series S, you're soft. SAWFT. Wanted power, but you fell off badly. Booster Series S, we can't see why they even made you out of all the things.
What's up, grinders? My goodness. I apologize. I was getting the family sorted out and didn't see the time go by. So sorry to be a little late to the show. I thought I'd give you that little gaming grindhouse tune. Shout out to all the VIPs and the ultimate grinders, Grinds Past, and the music day one. And dropped a couple of 2 songs, and I have some more songs coming your way this week for the ultimate grinders. Shout out to the awesome man Ron M with the 10 gifted members coming on in here. Thank you so much, Ron M. Appreciate it. Giving out the love to the VIPs. User emojis. Doom Decay, Gino D. Marco, Yo King Zero, Lionel Bludgeon, Andy. What's up? MZ Phantom, Zapmondo, Lucci Sky. Yo, use those emojis. We just had our wonderful booster song. Nobody likes boosters. Yo. I'm a lot late. Oh, shit. There we go. Now, the grinders don't take anything. They're like a little late, a lot late, bitch. I'm like, oh, damn. Well, it's going to be a lot late. This wall of text right here of topics. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. So we're gonna get right to it, man. So boot up, and we are ready to go here at the Gaming Grind. Let's hit that like button, and we're gonna run down the grinds board because there's a lot to talk about, a lot going on. One of the other reasons too is I was trying to grab my bookmarks. I don't know where the hell they went of some of the articles that I grabbed, so we'll just do it as we go through. I don't know where the hell the bookmarks went. I saved them somewhere and they didn't go. Lots of topics. We got some games to talk about first. I will start off with the games. I have to adjust for the time. Adjust time. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Thanks, Ron M. Yo, as you know, hey, I'll just talk. I've talked, I think, a lot about Concord already. Oh, Concord, as we call it, or IGN calls it, Concord. Did a couple of streams. Shout out to the Grinders, man. It was awesome. Hooked on Gyro. There we go. Hooked on Gyro. How you doing, man? Yeah, him. Kyle. Yo, we've been rocking some Concord. The beta is done, and and it's not it's okay game, but it's getting a lot of hate. Like, I don't think this is everybody calling a dead game. Why you here? We don't want you. Basically, like calling a booster. Basically, so my opinion on Concord is that I think it's a really good shoot. I think it's a pretty good shooter. It's a good game. Problem is the rollout. The problem is the differentiation is not really there from the game. It's definitely apparent. There's some strategy involved, but the thing is that I don't think it had a really good kickoff and showing. I don't think Sony did a really good job. They kind of messed up on the marketing, I think, of it. And I think now this game is kind of like in no man's land right now. It is PC market is not going to embrace it at all. That is done. So if that open beta has anything to say about that. So and this is one of the things that I was looking at here regarding this, is that the Steam and the PC community, they don't want anything to do with this game right now. It was an open beta, and take a look at this. This is what I was taking a look here. What the hell is it? It maxed out like 2,000 over the weekend. So it is. Oh yeah. Well, outside that has affected me. That blue screen. Yeah, that's affected work and everything. That sucks. But let me see a Concord Steam DB. Yeah, and I said, someone's gonna mess around and find out, dude. I said, like, not, I don't know who this is for, and that's the problem I had with the game. It's like, you're sitting here, and there's a lot of PlayStation fans, a lot of people on PlayStation that you have Resistance, you had Killzone, even The Last of Us multiplayer, which you decided to cancel for this, and maybe it wasn't hand in hand, obviously, but you greenlit this, bought the studio for this. This studio is their first game. And, I would have said, Fire Sprite, guess what? You guys are working on Last of Us multiplayer. Give Naughty Dog some free openings. It really is, it really is strange. Like, they thought that there was a place for this kind of game. And whereas I feel, not knowing too much about what the hell the Last of Us multiplayer was, but, at least it would have been something unique, different, and you could give some service elements to there. But starting off with doing service games was already the wrong foot that Sony left off of, and it was one of the poor things of Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan screaming it's raw, telling everybody that we're going to do a bunch of service games without announcing what the games are, without showing the games, and talking about the how, where, and why, and not the what. And Sony kind of fell into the same type of bullshit that Microsoft fell into, where we're going to tell you that we're making all this stuff, but we don't know where, when it comes out prime time, what is it going to be? And Sony fell into that hole of kind of this commitment of service games and promising all these service games, and then they had to scale that back. And now this is what they're left with. And not every game is going to be a banger, but as I was saying on my stream, the problem with service games is that you got to really protect it. Like, you cannot have the narrative going around that this is a dead game. You can't do that, because that's where the community drives these service games, and it struggled. And so the PC crowd doesn't care about it. And And the PlayStation crowd is like, so we didn't ask for this. This is not what we asked for, you know. And you got all these other potential IPs here and there, and you know, you decided this is what you wanted to do. And Firewalk, you know, that you purchased them as well. And yeah, so here, this is what I wanted to show here before we move on from this. But you know, I liked it. I think it's a decent game. It's just that it's gonna be really hard to commit to it and enjoy it as much as I did with Helldivers 2. And the fact that, you know, if because it was getting harder to find games not outside of Deathmatch, outside of the first thing. And I don't know how that's gonna be. This was an open beta for everybody. And you know, so I don't know why. Like, you know, it's just kind of one of those things where you head scratch, and you know, and I don't know what Fair Games is gonna be either. You know, who the hell knows what Fair Games is gonna turn into? But I just, you know, Sony, I really think it's time. I really think I think, you know, the shit's caught up with them. I think that they're quiet, you know, of what they're cooking is quiet. And I think, you know, people are just kind of putting their foot down. And unfortunately, you know, I think that this game is in the bullseye. People are just like, you know what? Tell us the hell you're working on. Because one of the problems here, just want to show you this, and I don't know if this trend is similar on PlayStation, but this is a problem. When you have an open beta, and this is complete opposite of what Helldivers 2 did and service games. When you have a beta and the first night people are checking it out and it peaks here at 2,388, which damn, the damn, that's some warning signs there. Just 2,388 PC players for a shooter, nonetheless. A shooter. This is not a third-person action game. This is a shooter, which, there you go. The fact that it hit this, and the next night, then it dropped, the next night it didn't peak. That means that word of mouth is, don't come back. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing each night it got lower. There's your Friday, there's your Thursday night, your Friday, your Saturday, your Sunday. And it's just like less peak, less peak, less peak. That is not a rolling effect. That is not somebody saying the word of mouth is telling you don't come back. The people did not like it, come back, lower, less, and then it just fades off to a flat line. That's a problem. And if that little 4-day weekend has anything, and it's not even high numbers, you're looking at not even 2,500 people, and that's what you're getting. That's an issue. So I think from here, I would say for my recommendation, and this does not against anybody who pre-ordered it or anything like that, but I would hold off on pre-ordering it. I'm expecting that in the next week or two, they're going to come out and just be like, yo, this game is going to be in PlayStation Plus Essential and Extra. Maybe not the base one, but the other two. And I think they're going to let it ride on PC and see where it goes from there. But I don't see a future. They could keep those cutscenes. And I watched those cutscenes for the second week, dude. They're nothing. They are just little skits, like little cute little skits that really do nothing. They don't change up the gameplay. That's like introduce new gameplay or introduce anything. It is just a little skit. And if they think that's what the weekly videos that they highlighted is going to be something, dude, they're mistaking. And I'm not going to say I didn't have fun playing the game. I love, it's fun playing with the community and playing with everybody and knowing the ins and outs of the little skills and some of the characters and stuff like that. There's definitely something there. It is just surrounded by too much, I would love for them to use that skill and do something different. Do something like either have like a campaigns or a campaign with the multiplayer or something like that. I just feel that they could have done something else and with that kind of with the skill. Because I'd say the shooting is well. The shooting's done well. I think the shooting, the character's all right. They have unique abilities and things like that. But otherwise, I had fun in the beta. So, but it's just, the problem is, even though you had fun, the issue is that what is the joint, and when this is all it is online only, the community is a thing. If you go into that game and click on it and you can't find games, then no matter how good the game is, like there's nothing there. So that's where when you have a campaign, at least there's some sort of value there outside if the community is not strong enough. But unfortunately, they don't have that now. Whether they add that, that's what I would do. I would say, you know what, if you're really going to go ahead of this game, start making some sort of campaign or something. There's some sort of offline content to try to grab on to anybody with that. But we will see. We will see. But these are not good signs. I definitely not. PC's not carrying this game at all. Helldivers 2, I did see, is still on the top PlayStation. On the top on PC, but not on the PlayStation list. So again, I think this is another thing, just like what Liquid Data saying. Remember, 14 months, 2 years, baby, coming in there. Just over a year. I mean, Liquid Data being a VIP member, going, Sony's chasing a trend that's flattened SOCOM 4 because they made a hero shooter. Yeah, and that's the issue. Yeah, I agree. Liquid, and that was the thing. Like, the problem is that they seem that this game seems to be chasing something that out of Sony's wheelhouse. Like, Sony's chasing some sort of trend, and I think people say it, and I think people are responding accordingly with it, going, no, this is not it. Helldivers 2 is unique. That really did well, and I think PC has really took it on as well. But you can't do that. You can't just do a shooter out there, charge $40, PSN required. PC guys are getting games for free. First, that's where you go. You go PC, you mess around and find out, Sony. That's what I was saying on my stream too. Like, if they made this a PlayStation exclusive, they kind of embraced their IP, maybe put some skins from other characters from their IP and made it as like, hey, this is our take on Overwatch or something like that as a PlayStation game. Maybe trying to introduce the multiplayer genres to their audience and kind of make it a little bit more, PlayStation centric, kept it exclusive, kind of done that. Maybe they could have, done a little bit of that. And they would have left some of that, PC kind of people going like, hey, you're not coming to stepping on my lawn with this kind of bootleg Overwatch. And, once that trend starts, you got eyes on it. You're welcome, Sony. You messed around, find out. There you go. So, we'll see what they do. But I feel that this might be there. But, but again, it's not a bad game. It's just there's too much of it out there, and they're not doing enough to differentiate themselves to gather an audience. And as a customer, I don't know how long that audience will last, and I don't want to pay for this thing and then in 4 months or so it's like, yeah, we're done, bleeding edge it. We're done. We're those campaigns stop. What's the Halo Infinite it? So, yeah, those stories, the content, the roadmaps we had planned. Yeah, we're not doing all that. Like, I don't know who is going to subscribe to some battle pass or some skins and stuff like that when, I don't know. But they could have, there was other things. But again, I think a lot of this too has to do with the tension of where are the big games? Where's Sony's lineup? What's going on with PlayStation? Because we're getting kind of these fillers that seem to be, no, this is what we're giving fillers, but we're treating them like this is the main course. And it's like, no, these aren't the main course, Sony. Where the hell is the filet mignons? And I think people are getting frustrated. So Herman Holtz better get out of his his meditation room, get on those stretchy pants, and start doing some goddamn splits and showing us where the hell and what the hell these games are going to be coming. And on top of that, especially if these PS5 Pro releases are expected, you better not launch a PS5 Pro with appetizers. We want goddamn filet mignons. If you want top dollar price, then we better see some top dollar games. And speaking about some top dollar games, let me tell you something. I finished Stella Blade. Wow. What a friggin' game. Stella Blade is incredible. I thought the ending was great. The pacing of the game, the story, how it ended, no spoilers, but Stella Blade was friggin' awesome. And I really enjoyed that game. And I've been exploring, doing a lot of side missions, and it is really a great game. Like, I think the combat is awesome. The combination of how you could spec out your character and the story, the graphics, great. No, I'm not doing spoilers on it. No, but I just gotta tell you, It is a great game. If you're playing it, continue to play it. I loved it. I think it was a great story. I think they did a great job on it for that developer to be their first. Like, I think they did such great jobs with the pacing and also with the enemies, with the boss battles, and with the story. The story was really damn good. It was a good ass story. And yo, I'm hyped for any kind of sequel with that one. Because, yeah, the story was great, and then you get the new game plus. And it's crazy is I didn't even do like all the outfits and all that other stuff, but just really good game. I thought it was a really great game. So I highly recommend Stella Blade. Just finished it, and I really think that you should, if you're still playing it, continue to play it. The story is great on there. Shout out to the Game Night 123-5 because I feel like Sony was desperate for live service games, hence why they wanted 12 by 2025. I feel Concord was a part of that shuffle. Who knows? Yeah, I agree, Game Night. Like, and I think we've seen it. I think we've seen, you know, this whole push of, it's nice to have, like, you know, a service game here and there. Okay, fine. But when you announce that we want all those, like you said, 12 service games, and this is what we're doing, and we don't know what the games are, then they rolled out Concord like a weird logo, and then same thing with Fair Games, like a CGI, and that game was announced last year, and we have no friggin' clue what Fair Games is this year.
You're my number one customer.
I think that I think that, you know, it seems like they lost their way a little bit, or they're chasing something, or they're resting on some laurels, or these studios are not ready. I don't know the transition from Jim Ryan or any of this shit. I have no clue. All I know is that they need to do this. Like, I think that the community is a little on edge. They're waiting for this stuff, and you know, these kind of games, these little service games, these appetizers. I think Helldivers 2 was a huge surprise. I think it was great, but the lightning don't strike twice, and that's the thing. They don't. You're right, Conrad. They don't want to pay $40 for a game of games that are already out there that are free and have longer lives to it, like longer battle passes and more content that people are totally invested in. You can't come out with some little passive abilities get moved. It's not enough. You know, you got to come out and be like, yo, maybe you could come out there when you're a Marvel game, or when you have some sort of license or something, and maybe come out and flex. But you can't flex with some new IP, some characters, and very subtle differences, and things that are not apparent in a hero shooter, such as no ultimate abilities. Like, you're not building up to some crazy ultimates or anything like that. It's this very subtle passive traits that get carried over, which is interesting. I like the mechanism. I just waiting for that stuff. I'm on edge, Lord. I am. I'm like, I feel like they're chasing these things. I'm like, let's go. I'm tired of the whole, I want to see what the hell they're cooking. Where the hell is Spider-Man DLC? Like, where's the expansion to Spider-Man? What, come on. Like, okay? Like, where's that? And hopefully that's coming. But, like, Spider-Man 2 DLC, like even that. I'm not even talking about what the hell the other studios are working on, but geez, like, let's go. Like, come on. What the hell are we waiting for here? Like, what are we waiting for? You got, okay, Astrobot. Nice. Okay. That's going to be fun, but just like how they say Game Pass is a day one games. You see some of those day one games, the Flintlocks and shit. And that's not what people signing up for Game Pass for. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say? They want the big day one games. That's what day one means. And the other ones are nice, but that's not what it is. And you buy your PlayStation for the games, the immersive games, they're big ones, what they're doing. And let's see what they are. That's what I want to see. But I still think Concord's a good shooter. I think hold off, wait, see what they do. If they put it in the service, I think that will be okay. But again, I don't know if that's going to give it life. I think I played a lot of the last 2 weekends of the beta that I'm kind of like, they gave us all the characters. They gave us most of the game modes. Like, But as I say, Stella Blade isn't great. They did say this lighter with the sequels, but that doesn't mean they can't have DLC, Spider-Man, all this stuff. But why is it lighter? That's the problem, Josh. Why is it lighter? Why is it a light year? I remember when the PS4 was sparse, so it came back from that. So we will see. We will see. But I know October's gonna have tons of games in it. So we'll see there. Man, Vedra says he hopes Concord fails miserably. See? Now, Vedra, well, is that because you don't want Sony to do any more of this bullshit? Is that the reason why? But that's out there. See what Vedra's saying? Like, that's out there, dude. Like, that shit's out there. People don't want this. Like, we don't want it. We didn't ask for it. And then, you know, they're kind of sending that message. And that's despite the shooting mechanisms. That's despite how, like, you know, how polished the game looks. That's despite, you know, how the graphics look. And yeah. And how most polished beta I've played. You know, despite all that stuff, there's this bias to it. That's like, we didn't ask for this. We don't want it. But, and then there's animosity. You want it to fail. But, like, you know, they got to get it. You know, they got to crack a few eggs. They got to do this, see what happens. They see the results. You know, just like we played the open beta. That wasn't the initial rollout of this. They want you to pre-order it and get 3 review codes, 3 preview codes, dude. That's right, Alex. The market will speak. And the market has spoken. And that, I think, too, the pre-order stuff probably made them say, hey, give it to PlayStation subscribers, free open weekend for them. And then maybe they said, okay, on top of that, why don't we just like roll it out again? And now they're going to see this weekend and they're going to be like, oh shit, you know what? We need this thing to have legs. This is a service game. Let them at least get a year of content out there. It needs that audience. We cannot have an audience dropping 2,000 and then 1,000. And we can't have that. We need this sustained audience. Just give it to everybody in the subscription service. At least we'll have somebody there to play these games. I don't know. We will find out, but I think that's the next step. They're going to Destruction All-Stars it or Foam Stars it on that. Shout out to Mash with the 10 VIP grinders. Thank you so much, Mash. Really appreciate it, man. Good chatting with you too over on Mooch's podcast. I saw you on Mooch's podcast. Thanks again, Mash, for coming over to the Gaming Grindhouse and spreading the love and giving it to all the VIP grinders here. Solid Oos, Sandos, Metro Knight, Canna 78. I see a lot of new names here. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here, because we're going to the cloud. We're going to the clouds. Grinders. We're going to the clouds. Here we go. But yeah. Stella Blade, 2 grinds up. Definitely go play that game. That game is awesome. And Concord, just wait on it. You know, wait. And if you didn't play the beta and hating on the game, hey, what can I say, dude? You know, that's not that. I don't do that. Like, I play all the games, and then I'll give you my opinion on them. Whether I don't like them, or I do like them, or I think they're bull. Hey, I played Redfall, and I played Hellblade 2, 27 yawns in for the Grindhouse. Same thing. Like, I'm gonna try out these games for myself to give my opinion on them. There's games I just look at and say I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play them. But hey, let's go. We're going to the clouds. So cloud, yeah. So this is a double header right here. The bootleg on the other side has stated that he believes that the cloud is Xbox hardware, and and also we have this whole thing where the European Microsoft boss is saying that they don't have unlimited funds anymore. So yeah, so we got here the bootleg. He's off his rocket, man. But he ran around going about this whole Xbox hardware thing and this whole shift that Microsoft is doing with the cloud, and saying about how, oh well, the cloud is Xbox hardware. Yeah, this whole. I just don't know what to make of this stuff. The amount of gymnastics we got going on here, we definitely need we need the clowns. The gymnastics, grinders. We're starting early with the gymnastics here. Listen. So, does it play at a problem saying the console's the data center instead of in your house? What's the difference? A Microsoft journalist. No, he's a blogger. Does it play? Just want to clarify stuff. He's a blogger. He doesn't even like this stuff. He said he would love to get out of this stuff if he can. He's a blogger. He's not a journalist. He said it himself. but it lost for words with a statement such as this. The cloud is Xbox hardware, though. The cloud is just a data center in your house. What's the difference? The console is a data center in your house. Listen. If developers are making stuff for the hardware and your hardware is not selling, developers will not be making games for your hardware. And if your hardware is powering the cloud, therefore, they're not making games for the cloud. This is what I don't understand about this logic. No console needed. No console required. Microsoft needs the hardware out there to get developers to develop for it. If the Xbox console is not there, then guess what's going to happen? What are we going to get? Xbox.
Skip. Go for son.
Skip.
Yeah.
But skip.
Where you go?
Skip.
Simple as that.
Skip.
We're going to get Xbox skip. That's what's going to happen. And guess what? If it's Xbox skip, then it's cloud skip. That's why I just don't understand where these bloggers are going around saying that the hardware doesn't matter because hardware is still the cloud and that's fine. No, it's not. I understand the cloud power, the console powers the cloud, but that does not equivalent to selling a console. And the console will just the data center in your house. Let me tell you something. Sony's strategy of, and Microsoft has the same thing, using your console to play your games remotely. Microsoft, they did it. They did it before Sony. They did it when Sony was doing it with remote play. What is wrong with that? That's what I need to understand. What is wrong with remote play? You have, and this is where I say the Portal, and believe it or not, I played a lot of Stella Blade on the friggin' Portal, just in another room in the house because I had to be somewhere else. But using your own console as a cloud server, you don't have to pay any more subscriptions. You don't have to buy any other edition. You don't have to wait for games to be cloud enabled because everything you own is streamable to a portable device. Xbox Remote Play, the PS Portal. No subscription needed. No servers needed. Remote play is the solution to everything. But the problem is that remote play doesn't make Xbox, Microsoft money. The cloud does, because that's what Stutter and Satya wanted. And now that is a different thing. That you're subscribing and paying for servers somewhere that Microsoft is renting to you, and the games in that thing are determined by them. They're not games that you own. They haven't gotten there yet. They're trying to, but they haven't gotten there yet. But just streaming from your own data center is not the same thing as the cloud, because the Xbox cloud, you have to pay and subscribe to that. When you use your own console, that's free, dude. There's no access needed. There's no extra. That's why the Portal has done so well, because it's no extra subscriptions. Nobody need you. You just pick up a Portal and everything on you. It makes so much sense. It's easy to explain to a customer. You pick up a Portal, remote play, everything that's on your console is on. You have it all. You got all your games, your classic games. You can't stream though, not yet. You can't stream a stream. But all your games on that device are yours. All your PS4 games that are on another hard drive that's external are yours. It's all there. No extra subscriptions, no cloud-enabled games, none of that shit. The PSP had it. That's right, Big A. That's right. Xbox had remote play, but they confuse it. They're like, that's local cloud, but then you want other cloud. Why would I want other cloud? Because now you're going to pay them $20 a month now for it. But why can't your own console be your cloud, your own personal cloud? Plug it into a network. I think you get a better experience. You know? So it's not, it's the same type of streaming thing. The problem is that it's not equivalent to Xbox hardware. That's what I mean, no cloud. That marketing was stupid. No console required. Why would you do that? You need the console out there because that's what's going to attract developer mindshare. Because if your console is 10 million, 5 million, 3 million, guess what developers' mindshare is going to be? 5%, 3%, Xbox.
You go for sons.
Skip.
Yeah.
But skip.
Where you go?
Skip. We skip.
Simple as that.
Skip.
Xbox skip. And actually, today we had another Xbox skip. Didn't we? What did we just had? Another Stella drop, another fighting game. Grinders, ladies and gentlemen, another Xbox skip, SV Chaos, SNK, and Capcom, which was an exclusive game, which Microsoft had, I think, earlier. Now, Xbox skip. Another game going to everything except Xbox. Exclusively not on Xbox. But Phil said more games, more players. The market's strong. We're doing great. We're double digits year over year. Double digits. He said double digits. Double digits. True Virgil back goggling again. What's up, True? How you doing, man? Or should I call you Go Microsoft 69? Oh, shit. I thought that was his gamer tag. Xbox skip again. That's what happens. Keep telling me no console required. Keep saying no console required. And talking about skipping, Microsoft apparently skipping a whole friggin' country. Because of cloud, they're saying now that we had basically Michael Flat, Xbox marketing boss in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, is surprisingly honest about Microsoft's unwillingness to advertise the console. He says here, Sony PlayStation regrettably outspends us, saying that Xbox EMEA marketing boss, we are not blessed with huge media budgets. And here's fake Aaron Greenberg saying that, yo, we're doing more. Remember that whole Senua Saga Hellblade 2 marketing campaign? Yeah, Aaron Greenberg. You can blow that out your ass. Or maybe out of Death, what's his name? The controller with the ass on it. So basically, we have an article here. And then what's interesting is that there was a rumor or so about last week or so talking about how Microsoft's going to pull back on the consoles in Europe and they're going to focus more on cloud push, Xbox Cloud, and all this other stuff. That's right. His name is Flat, Market Spending Mod. That's right. That's right. That's right. So we got here. So he says, talking to an outlet, Xbox marketing boss, Europe, Asia, and Middle East, Michael Flatline, said that the team has been quite scrappy, really, when fighting for funds from Microsoft. He's fighting for funds from Microsoft, the $1 trillion company, $80 billion strong. He's fighting for his life there, being scrappy. From a funding point of view, this is a quote. From a funding point of view, we need to work really hard against our competition. They're blessed, speaking about PlayStation, with marketing funds that we're just not able to enjoy. But that's totally fine. We adopt and what I would call a more fiscally responsible approach to media investments. We're not blessed with huge media budgets, so we have to be quite scrappy and quite tenacious to fight for funds that would probably go somewhere else.
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
And so there you go. Just last week, we heard rumors that Xbox was planning to cut back on console marketing in these very regions. Although that's just a rumor. I heard a rumor. This is I don't get it. They ain't rich. They're not unlimited. Remember unlimited budgets? When they were buying when they were buying developers, I heard about unlimited budgets. $80 billion. He had so many. It's so much money. He got Europe, Europe. Grinded, this is Europe. This is not no little island out in the Pacific. This is Europe. Asia and the Middle East. He's being scrappy. Dude, these are huge ass regions. This is not no little country out in the out on an island somewhere. They got like 5,000 population going. We're being scrappy with Xbox marketing. Dude, this is a whole ass country. This is Europe. Europe has to be scrappy. Remember the pie chart, the Pac-Man chart? The market share? Supposedly Activision was going to say, dude, listen. We see their strategy. They want to outspend Sony. Matt Booty was like, we're going to outspend Sony. Meanwhile, Sony's outspending them in Europe, and their European marketing is being scrappy. It's so comical. They are done with whatever. I don't know who it is. It's like, I think Phil goes up there and just screams the word Xbox, but they don't want to hear it. Satya, Stutter and Satya, Tim Stewart, they don't want to hear it anymore. They're like, I don't even care. This is it. They don't want to move hardware. They want to move subscriptions and cloud. That is it. That is their end game. That is where it's going. And they are slowly backing out. You see it with no console required. Who thought that was a good strategy? Numbnuts did. I don't know who thought that was good, because the Amazon Fire Stick is not a replacement for the console. Hell, the console gives you access to so many more games than the stick. The Amazon Fire Stick gives you access only to the games that they put in the subscription service. That's it. It is a limited thing. Like if you see Grand Theft Auto going, oh, I want Grand Theft Auto. I got my Fire Stick. No console required. They said, bitch, you're wrong. It's not the same thing. Oh, wow, that new Madden came out. Oh, NCAA, I'm going to play that on my Fire. No, you're not. Maybe a trial.
You're my #1 customer.
No, you're not. So how do you say no console required? Just say Xbox games on more devices. That's the marketing. Subscribe, get your games, Xbox games, your subscription games on other platforms. That's it. As an expansion to Xbox Ultimate, now you can play on Fire Sticks, on big TVs. That's what you do. You don't sever the dying business of console sales and say no console required, like the Amazon Fire Stick is a replacement for the console. First off, technically, it's not even the same experience. And content-wise, it's not even the same experience. It is not a replacement. But in your marketing of no console required, you're doing a fine job of not moving these consoles. And now Europe is being scrappy. Now Europe is fighting for its life over there. And their competition is moving hardware. And like I said before, without hardware, you don't have a cloud. Because you cannot recruit developers without an install base. And if that install base is built off of the hardware that's not selling, then now you just created yourself Google Stadia version 2. Because that was the problem with Stadia. Nobody wanted to make games for novel hardware that was not universally available. And that's how Stadia died. Developers said, I don't have time for that. I am not spending my time building a specific version for whatever Google Cloud hardware you have. And they said, we're not doing it. And Google could not get the content. Microsoft has the same issue. Unless they're going to live and die by their first party, which that's what it seems like. That's all that's going to be left. Third party will not come to party with them. Your EAs, your Ubisofts, your Capcoms, your Segas, they're not going to come and waste extra time developing for a platform that's not hardware related, especially if it's just for cloud and you're looking at 30 million subscribers that who are subscribing. You need it's a virtuous cycle, as Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan said. You got to have the hardware, and the content will come. But without the hardware, the content won't come, and without the content, the hardware won't move. This is that cyclical thing. This is what's going on. And that's what Mash was saying here about the Fire Stick. They should have, and that's something I have in the topics too, Mash, about this new version of cloud. But again, the problem is that if they do a reduced one, they got to do it reduced at $10. It's going to be like the cheapest thing for cloud. Remember, cloud's still in beta. But, maybe that's their strategy, to kind of just spin cloud outside of Xbox Ultimate and just have a lower tier for it. But we got Sarah Bond on the oath, and I got to get that article. We might have a little interlude. I have to find that article. But exactly what she said with the FTC stuff last year, that the cloud was just an extension of console gaming. And we'll get into that with the stuff. It wasn't bringing in new customers. But that's all they stop around. But they're not bringing in new customers in Europe, everybody. They're not. These guys are fighting for their life out there, scrappy. You see Microsoft spending $80 billion and they're doing this. But this is what they want to do. They want out of the console business. They want out. They want out of the business. Game Night 123 with a 5. He goes, that quote speaks like someone with a startup company would say. Whenever they talk about PlayStation, they always make themselves out to be a victim. Oh, yeah, you're right. Like, they're blessed with marketing funds. We're not blessed with that. Nobody's blessed with it. You earn that stuff. If you're not selling and you're not moving shit, you're not getting the money. And if Microsoft don't believe in you, they're not going to give you the money. That's why you got a little shelf in a game store, Xbox. Microsoft made it that way. I remember back in the 360, man, Forza was huge in Europe. It was big. Forza was big in Europe, man. They were getting that was huge. That European audience was big, but they lost it. Japanese audience, they were trying with the 360. They completely destroyed that. They're not even going to Tokyo Game Show now. Meanwhile, Phil was there. Phil was there. What was that? Phil was there working with what's his name? Look at this. They're not even going to Tokyo Game Show. Sony's going to Tokyo Game Show. Where is it? Xbox Tokyo Game Show. Where's this one? Where it was a 23, 22? Wait. Is this it? No, that's not it. Where's Phil? Yeah, they are.
Bring amazing new experiences from our players in Japan, Asia, and beyond.
There he is. Wait, where's Sarah Bond? I saw her standing there. There he is. It was Phil.
っていうことが出てきて、さらに
They don't even go
クラ
there
ウドによ
anymore.
って、コンソールを持たずにゲームが気軽に遊べるっていうことを聞いて、非常に僕はエキサイトしてます。そしてこれから単語が作りたいゲームっていうのは、すごく今の状況っていうのは追い風になると思ってます。
Oh my God, Shenge, tell him. I got the interpretation right here. This is what he just said.
Very come down to this. A bump in the road comes, and she's be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's gonna try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
Wow. Shenge was dropping the shit right there. I don't know why they chose a child interpreter, but my goodness, but that's exactly what he just told Phil. He just told Phil that news. That's what's on Phil's face. Phil's like, oh, shit. Shenge, no, man, not like this. That's what he said to him at the last Tokyo Game Show. And this was Phil's last Tokyo Game Show. Fireside chat my ass. There's no more fireside chats. Phil's not even going to Japan. Remember when Phil used to fly his ass to Japan, take a shit at Sega headquarters, and everybody said, yo, Phil just walked out of Sega headquarters. And they're like, holy shit, Phil just walked out. He's buying Sega. He's going to buy Sega. Phil just had to take a shit in the headquarters. That was it. He ate something on the plane. He had to take a shit. He walked out of Sega. You got all the sleuths going like, Phil's gonna buy Sega. He just walked out of the headquarters. Phil's like, yo, I just ate some bad food on the plane. Shanghai dropped the shit. He's like, you can't catch me in the little high heels, Phil. Phil didn't like what he heard. That's right, Wild Wolf. He didn't like what he heard. Shout out to Michael Meridian with the 5 gifted grinders. Hit those emojis. Thank you so much, man. We're getting there. We're gonna get to that emoji. Definitely. Thank you so much, Michael Meridian. Who'd you get? You got them all? Let's see. We got Cal was gifted. Yo, Cal got Butcher. Oi, Butcher. Oi. Another great episode. Watch the end of the boys, man. That was good. Yeah, this the Asian Dungeon interview, Mr. Tennis. I remember that one. Oh, that's what he said. Let's see what Phil had to say after Shenge said he was leaving.
You're my number one customer.
具体的に言うと、
Oh, damn.
今まですごくボリューミーなゲームがたくさんやっぱり出てたんですけど、サブスクリプションになっていろんなゲームが定額で遊べるようになる。
See what I mean? With some, yo, this guy who made Evil Within, made Hi-Fi Rush, he's talking about, well, he didn't make it then, with subscription, allowing many games to be played for a fixed price. Feels like, read those cue cards, bitch. Yo, this guy was out. He's reading the script right now.
の中で、短いんだけど
This guy never made a subscription game, and all of a sudden he's under Phil's belt, and now he's talking about subscriptions and value and shit. Dude. After these cue cards, he said,
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
there he said it right there. But there's the last time Xbox was in Japan. Now they're not going. They're not going now. They're not going now. Phil got nothing to say now. He don't have a puppet now that he could hype about. JP Loco with the 5. He goes, MS knows their fan base and even casual fans don't care about Xbox games. They won't buy or play them, so why market them? Yeah, dude. Yo, Hellblade came and went, dude. 24 yawns in. Just think about it. We're talking about day one for $20 on Xbox. You know, I gave some Sony shit in the beginning, but my God, they've been dropping games. I just said Stella Blade, Stella Ass Cheeks. Incredible game. Helldivers 2, Final Fantasy, like the curation of the games that they're putting on their platform is great this year. I thought they were done. Hellblade 2, there was nothing. There was the developer direct with friggin' Cartwheel Clowns and Rare Honey. Then they had the Xbox Valentine's Day Massacre in February, where Phil said that he's putting his games on PlayStation. And then he celebrated the next 2 months of putting his games on PlayStation that Satya couldn't get PlayStation out of his mouth. He was saying that full force without stuttering. Satya's like, Xbox. And then he's like, PlayStation. Perfect dictation. He went from stuttering Satya to saying PlayStation with ultimate clarity. He was like, did you see the PlayStation sales of Sea of Thieves? That was Satya in March. Meanwhile, you catch Satya talking about Xbox, and he's just like, he's the stuttering Satya. He's like, well, if you, he goes, this is him talking about Xbox. This is Satya talking about Xbox.
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud,
spit it out there. Meanwhile, he got up there. He goes, PlayStation is doing fantastically with the sales of Sea of Thieves. They're like, holy shit, Satya, you said a full word without stuttering. This is incredible. Yeah. All of a sudden now, he's like, I don't have to stutter anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not talking bullshit because these are facts. Yo, those Wolverine control, yo, those ass cheeks, man. Microsoft is the butt of all jokes. Man, they put ass cheeks on the goddamn car. Dude, where's the ass on the goddamn console itself? They put asses on the controllers because they're a bunch of asses. And they're removable ass cheeks, the magnets. Get the man. Dude. They're either drunk, high, lit, or just don't give a shit over there, man. I can't do it with a straight face. Dude, I can't do it with a straight face, man. He's stuttering all over the place. He's saying it with ultimate clarity right now. Ultimate clarity. Matt Booty says, yo, Yeah, somebody needs to do that. That you remember the Phil Spencer control? Yo, where's the I got the one, the Phil Spencer signature controller. What was that one? What is that one? Remember this one? So right now they got Phil Spencer signed the controller. This one, right? Phil, this is so. Here's Phil's controller. Here's Phil's controller. Here's Phil's, and look, Phil signed it right here. And everybody plays. We all win. Signed by Phil Spencer. So everybody who bought this controller gets Phil Spencer marketing line. He signed inside the battery case. And then we have the oh man. And then we have these. So now they got to get these things signed by we need these signed by Matt Booty. Booty has to start signing these controllers now. There you go, Booty. Sign those ass cheeks, Booty. Yeah, Booty better sign this controller. Removable ass cheeks. This is the Booty controller. Those better be autographed by Matt Booty. What is his original name? What's his original name, everybody? What's his original name?
You mean you changed it to the train?
Yeah, used to be shithouse.
I want Matt Booty to sign these controllers, aka Shithouse. That's his name. These are the Booty controllers. Phil got his sign, and Booty got to be signing these controllers, dude. Matt Booty must be rolling his eyes when they roll these things out. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me, Phil? Phil, you just put an ass on a controller, and my name is Booty." He goes, "The jokes gotta stop, Phil. The jokes gotta stop, Phil."
It's not even pink, this raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
It's all about scoping. This is the controller that Booty pulls out when he goes to the studios. He goes, "Okay, do I get to play Perfect Dark? Booty, you got an exclusive ass controller?" He goes, "Yeah." They just borrowed Booty's controller and they said, "We're gonna use this for Deadpool and Wolverine." Oh man, Booty going like this. This is what happens. He comes in when Matt Booty comes in with his controller. What does he do? He comes in with his controller. Yo, Matt Booty comes walking in with his controller. Where is it? He comes in.
From the studio, trash finger in tow, making quality suck, but Phil says it's a go. Game Pass got my back, it's alright or die. Even with trash finger, I'ma touch the sky. Oh yeah, booty bounce, trash finger quality. Ooh yeah, Game Pass got my back, don't you see?
You're my #1 customer.
Phil says it's okay. It's all for the Game Pass league.
Oh shit! Nick says Booty was the ass model for this. Oh shit! Now, I think they used Aaron Greenberg's ass. There's a lot of asses they could have modeled after. Oh shit! That's a Booty controller for you. There you go. Booty pulls it out. He has like a holster for it. He pulls it out. He's like, "Let me try these games. I brought my own controller." They go, "Oh shit, Booty." Oh shit, Booty, you got your own controller. JP Loco with the 5. He goes, "Microsoft knows their fan base. Even casuals don't." Oh, yeah, I read that already. JP Loco with the 2. He goes, "WB acquired Multiverse Studios." Oh shit! Just when you thought WB was selling their ass off, they went to go buy the Multiverse Studios. Whatever. That game, they rebooted it again. Good luck to WB. Now whoever buys WB is gonna get Multiverse Studios on top of that. Good job. Yeah, we thought that they were selling off shit. But man, oh man. Now let me see if I could find the Booty butt mold. Oh shit, the Booty butt mold. Oh man, my stomach hurts. That was funny. That's his own controller. Going in with his own controller. Where is this friggin' So yeah, I'm gonna have to find it again. I do the FTC price. I think this is the one. JB logo at the 5. He goes, epic movie has a booty 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 song. It's perfect for my soundboard. Oh shit, maybe I should. I had another booty song on that one, but yo, where is the thing? Shit, where the hell is it? No, I don't want to do that one. Everybody has that one. What did Mash say? Mash said, as boring mechanics aren't great graphically. There. Yo, Josh has member for 16 months. He goes, damn, 16 months. Keep up the good work, Jazz and Grinders. Yo, thank you so much, Josh. I really appreciate it, man. Hit that like button, Grinders, as you're coming on in here. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, man. We rock here. I play the games. We stream with the community. And you get awesome emojis, awesome music, entertainment, and the Gaming Grindhouse listing here of every Monday nights. And then we also do the Game Grinds Bit, the Bite, during the week on there. So there'll be another show coming for you that week, and then just kind of rants on anything we do, man. It's fun. It's a power to the gamers over here. That's what it is. It's about being an educated consumer. Where is the one from friggin' 2023? Because we're gonna get into this. Actually, we're gonna jump into
You're my number one customer.
While we're talking about asses, you know, I gotta change the things now. Now that we're talking about asses, we're talking about booty and the ass cheeks controller. You know what? How do I can't go to the FTC thing right now. I can't do it right now. We're gonna have to change course right here, because there has to be some discussion. Since we're talking about butt cheeks, there is no other way to go than we need to talk about master cheeks. Master friggin' cheeks. We have to. It just flows too well. It just flows too well, going from one ass to another ass to a master ass. Oh shit, there we go. So Paramount Plus has canceled Halo Paramount Plus Edition Season 3. And they are looking to get picked up by somebody else. Maybe, and I read that maybe Max would pick it up, but they are looking and begging somebody to say, buy these cheeks. Master ass. That's right. Paramount Plus said no more master cheeks. The producers are looking for a new home. First off, I'm going to tell you right now, Season 2 was a friggin' surprise for me. I didn't even think after Season 1 and that travesty, I didn't even think we would have had a Season 2. They confirmed Season 2 right before the end of the last season. And they must have had a 2-year deal, you know, because, you know, Phil is just like, 2-year deal. And then they tried to finagle a 3rd year, and Paramount Plus said no more. We are of the utmost quality here at Paramount Plus. We have episodes of Paw Patrol and Nickelodeon. We don't have time for trash like Master Chief and the Halo show. Steven Spielberg, kiss my ass. That's what they said. Now, Grinders, if you were here in the Gaming Grindhouse, you could imagine my disappointment of them canceling the Master Chief collection. The Master Chief Season 3. You know, because I was one of the first channels to highlight all the successes of this show. I don't know if you remember. Do you recall? I was one of the first ones back 2 years ago, Grinders. We're going to go Grindhouse old school. 2 years ago, the Halo Accolades trailer. We celebrated the accolades of the first season. 3 episodes in, Halo was celebrated. 2 years ago, Grinders. Nobody has this kind of content, so hit that friggin' like button and subscribe if you're new, because we were here 2 years ago. Let's see how Halo, what the Paramount Plus is missing with not putting in Season 3. We have 3 episodes in, and the accolades have been rolling in. Here are some of them.
Master Chief says, "Who this?"
It's not like my Grinders.
PS fangirl Senator Warren says, "This is exactly what I was afraid of."
Oh shit, we had a fangirl in there.
Executive producer Steven Spielberg says, "Thanks, Microsoft." Someone please take my name off this shit.
Oh damn, Spielberg, man, well, he fought it 2 years ago.
Destin Lugiri calls the Halo series Game Pass is great? Huh? Oh, sends out $20 payment. Bonnie Ross says, "We need to strip down Chief so that we can add the armor over time.
Oh damn.
If you enjoy it now, wait to season 2, where we'll see even more of Master Chief. Starting with a colonoscopy."
Oh shit.
Matt Booty says,
Oh damn, Booty had a lot to say.
"Takes a booty to no one. I need to tell my brother Harry Booty to catch this show. Keeps on going. Oh, you're not done yet. Love the hands-off ass-first approach of the Halo series. Booty says this show is the shit. Are we done now, Booty?" Oh, one more. He got one more. Okay, one more. "What an ass."
Oh shit, Booty.
Craig calls it smoothest ass besides my face. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer says it's his second favorite booty. Oh, pause. And that's it, everybody. Please join the Grindhouse. Hit that sub button and join Gaming Grindhouse. See you guys.
There we go, Grinders. See? We had the accolades trailer for the Halo show 2 years ago. And now, season 3 not happening. That's right. Yo, Booty was dropping all the bombs, man. Booty had all the things, man. They showed his ass. They showed everything from that Booty. That Booty loved that show. He said it was Phil said it was a second favorite Booty. Dude, that Halo show, what a friggin' disaster. Craig, right? You forget about Craig, dude. We don't forget. The Grindhouse never forgets. I told you, man. The Craig, yo, that was more entertaining than the show. That was the accolades, man. Everybody was talking the shit 3 episodes in. It was incredible. And now season 3 not happening. What a disaster. Let me tell you, I watched some parts of season 2 because I saw some fake ass people on Twitter going, "Oh, it's better this year. They're doing reach around, more like it." He did not have his armor while they're attacking Reach. Dude, this show sucked. It is like they stripped down this guy, and he like loved it. That people actor's like, that's me. I don't want to wear the armor. Dude, you signed up, you wear the fucking armor. Nobody wants to see your face. It was the biggest mistake they ever made and shows how clueless they are with the IP. No grunts. It was a mess. Dude, you're in the armor. The whole show. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm taking off my helmet. I'm having sex with the aliens. It's like, yo, this is not Skinamax, bitch. People live where the hell your name is, actor. You're wearing the armor. You're not fucking any aliens. You're fighting the aliens. It's CGI. That's the show. And he's like, what? No, I'm taking off my armor. I'm going to be in my underwears. I'm going around. I want my ass on TV. They're like, holy shit. No. They lost their way with Halo in the game and in the show. He was having sex with the Covenant, making Halo babies. He was running around Reach with no friggin' armor because they stole it, apparently, or it was at the dry cleaners. He shoved Cortana in his ass crack. The whole point of Halo was that she was on an AI chip that he plugged into his helmet to hear Cortana. they goddamn implemented Cortana in his ass. They put Cortana in his asshole, and he's seeing Cortana when he's butt-ass naked. And she looks like the fakest CGI made by Microsoft Azure Cloud. It was a joke. It was an insult to the franchise. And when you see what happened with Fallout, and you see what happened with Last of Us, and you see Twisted Metal, and you see this trash, the thing that created Xbox and Microsoft made better short videos. They made better videos and shorts about Master Chief and the Halo universe and commercials than they did with the Paramount Plus, Steven Spielberg funded piece of shit Paramount Plus Halo. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And they're shopping around season 3. The hell out of here. The end of season 2, he finally landed on a goddamn planet, and it was like he was on Halo finally. At the end of season 2, it's like and then there was some other side character that was like a refugee that I don't know who the hell she was. I fast forward that shit. And he's finally fighting, and only for his elites. He fought elite. That's it. And the CGI in the fights were pretty cool. But then he takes off his armor and hangs it up like he's done with the day. Oh, honey, I'm home. Hangs up his fucking helmet, his outfit. He's like, I'm home. And then that's it. You got 15 minutes of Chief in armor, and the rest of the 45 minutes of the show, he like comes home like he put his suit and hung it up. I'm taking a shower now. I want dinner on the table. What the fuck is that, Halo? The hell is this shit? Nobody wanted it. We don't want it, Phil. Bonnie's gone. Kiki, kick out and get the hell out of here with this bullshit. You insulted the fans. Nobody cared about this shit. Cortana and ass cracks. Nobody wants it. We haven't seen Master Chief's face. His face was teased for 20 goddamn years in the games. The book said he was pale. He had scars on his face. He was like basically Wolverine. Like he was basically super soldiered. He didn't see the sun. He was blue. He had pale scope. He had scars on his face from where they cut him, and they bound his skeleton. Dude takes off his helmet. Episode in, he's the fucking actor on the red carpet. How are we doing here? He comes out there, he got goddamn mascara on. He looks like he's walking on the red carpet. He took off his helmet. 20 years we were waiting to figure out, yo, Chief, what's he going to look like? Is he going to be battle scarred and cut open and pale faced because he supposedly goes to the bathroom in his suit. This dude was taking it off like it was an overcoat. And then they yelled at the fans like we don't want to see your face, bitch. He's like, no, you're seeing my face. We joked that he's gonna take more of it off, and he did. Full butt ass naked by episode 7. Ass cheeks out, looking at Cortana, who hid in his asshole. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that dude's naked, but man, we were upset about his face. They said, guess what? You're going to show his ass. Booty was all excited. Phil Spencer said, my second favorite ass. And I know we were fucked then. We were done. It was a surprise about his face. I didn't need to see Chief's ass. That was a surprise. He mocked the suit. The writers mocked the outfit. Dude, they're going to do, if they do God of War, imagine God of War, you got Kratos with a full-ass goddamn blonde hair looking like goddamn Conan the Barbarian painted purple. And they say, no, this is God of War, everybody. No, that's not Kratos. Oh, no, that's our version of Kratos. He has long blonde hair, like a goddamn Fabio, and we got him painted purple. Here's your God of War. That's what they did with the Master Chief. The armor, the iconic armor that the dude is in, stripped down. It was just an outfit. That was the biggest problem at all. The reason why season 3 and this whole thing, because they disrespected the IP. That's right. Hey, John. You imagine Sony's like, oh, here's our God of War. Dude, people were flipping out that Ellie didn't look like Ellie. The actress didn't look like Ellie. People were having a conniption. They took off the guy's armor and showed him like he was a fucking red carpet actor. Here he is, Pablo. Like, who the fuck who's this guy? I waited 20 years. And he's just the actor on the red carpet? That's it? They didn't put paint on. They didn't even like battle scar him up. He just looked up and was like, hey, I am. Where's my Oscar, bitch? What the hell's going on here? They didn't even put any effort in it at all.
Whatever your name is,
they didn't play the books.
get ready for the
They didn't read
big
the books.
surprise.
They said they didn't play the game. No, I did shit. The hell out of here. Welcome to the Grindhouse. New subscriber. But they made better Halo productions with the commercials than the friggin' show. And now they're waiting. Season 3, who wants it? Nobody wants it. The guy's going to run around with his ass cheeks out again. Come on now. You disrespected the game. And if anything is taken away from Fallout, or when you look at what they did with Last of Us, if you look at it, it's respect the IP. If you want to spin it, you want to move it around, you want to do certain things like your version of it, okay. But you got to respect the IP. And there's so much to the Halo lore that they could have went, and they decided to take the most important thing away and remove the identity of the main character. I don't know whose idea that was to make him more human. Dude, that's the whole point of Halo, was that Master Chief was struggling his humanity to his soldier abilities, and his love and affinity for Cortana was some of his humanity still there after they turned him into the super soldier. I need a weapon. That was the whole point of Halo, at least until 343 fucked everything up. Before that, that was the whole point. Halo 3 was the whole point of Chief trying to become, like, you know, he was becoming more human because he had affinity for Cortana, who was an AI, and he wasn't this brute of super soldier. That was the whole point of it. And they said, let's take off his helmet. Stupid, dude. Oh, it's canceled. Thank goodness. Spare us season 3 of seeing his ass, and who knows? They might have frontal nudity in the new one now. They say, you want to see a fucking helmet? We're going to show you a helmet.
Can you
Oh, shit. No, not like this. Not like this, Mr. Chief. Oh, man. Oh, did I get let me see, I got Stephen Leon with the 10 gifted mine. Hey, thank you so much, Stephen. I really appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. 10 gifted gaming grinders, VIPs in the house. Let's see who we got them. They got them. Thank you again, Stephen. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to you. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with this. But yeah, that got canceled. So now we could close the episode, the section of cheeks in this game, in this show here. It completely messed up, dude. Completely. And while we're just on it, the other thing that came up too, and then we'll jump up to the FTC and then the cloud. Yeah, we'll kind of do that because the next one kind of flows in. We already did SNK skip. And then the other thing that came up too, before we get to the FTC stuff, which I probably should put it at the end. But the other thing that came up was that Bethesda Studios unionized. Wall to wall. You believe that? I like that. Now that was the cheeks. We just finished the cheeks part of the show. So Bethesda Studios, and we'll get up to that FTC stuff. Bethesda Game Studios developers form a wall-to-wall union that includes artists, designers, and programmers. Fallout and Elder Scrolls developer is a union shop now. Brian, I don't have anything against the unions or anything like that, but I could tell you one thing. Speed and productivity probably just got added another year or two, because now when Booty goes in there clapping those cheeks, they say, screw you, Booty, we don't have to listen to you, we're union. But good for them, because I would have, if I saw what they did with Shinge and his studio, and saw what they did to Arcane, you better unionize, dude, because they yeah. But for game development, I'm sure this will slow things down. Thanks for subscribing, Sandos. Thank you. Welcome to the Grindhouse. So union, what does it mean, though? So basically what it means is that the workers are unionized. That means that they're protected. So that means that they get their own benefits from the union. They pay union dues and they work as a union. So a lot of things where now the direct control that, like, say, a studio head or Microsoft even will go in and say, we need you guys to do this. We need crunch. If you're a union, you could go to your union manager and go, no, they making us work extra hours. They're making us crunch. And the union guy could tell the Microsoft, go fuck themselves. Like, no, you're going to pay us more money. So you got a level of protection. You're protected. And that's why big corporations don't like unions, because that's another middleman that they got to go through. They don't have direct control over the employees to kind of direct them. If they have them doing more things like extra hours and things like that, then they could go to their union officer, and their union person could kind of combat back to the instruction that they're getting. It's hard to manage the people and get them to do what you want to do. It's more difficult because there's a middle person in them. That's what the unionized means. So you could imagine, but it protects them though, because seeing how Microsoft was just whipping things around and moving and doing all that stuff, like it does say basically, they can't be just fired willy-nilly. Like they can't just be shut down and stuff. So it protects them. And I would have done the same thing, seeing how they treated those last set of layoffs. Like, Bethesda went wall to wall, protecting them. And if you remember, that was something where Phil's like, yeah, I do the union. Yeah, well, guess what? They just did it, Phil. So enjoy. Wall-to-wall union. 41 artists, engineers, program designers. There's 3 offices. And it's a first of its kind at a Microsoft-owned studio. So Bethesda just gave themselves a protective shield, a bubble shield. Bethesda Studios spun off from publisher Bethesda Softworks, as the company most referring to is Bethesda, the Todd Howard-led group of modern Fallout. So Todd just protected himself there. Yeah, poor Tango. They wouldn't be able to do that. So there you go. So enjoy. Yet again, we're seeing the repercussions of these big acquisitions. Things that we've been saying here wasn't the best. And it was just Microsoft just yesed them to death. They bought these studios. They shut down studios. They canceled games. Crash Bandicoot. They bought Activision. They increased their prices of Game Pass. They increased their prices for Bethesda games. And now they got to deal with the union there. They shut down Blizzard. Blizzard was a disaster. They just got rid of a whole bunch of people at Blizzard. Ybarra's left. Like they gutted them out. We're just seeing the repercussions of these huge ass acquisitions. And I don't think it's good. It's not making more games. Like these games would have been coming out anyway. And probably I think these games would have had more care to them because they meant something to the company. I think a game coming out from a publisher that is independent or a publisher that's not owned by big bad Microsoft, and that game has to do well in order for the publisher to succeed, I think there's more care in that game. But when Microsoft just gets it and they look at it as Game Pass fodder, they look at it as content for their Game Pass, they could have a fail of Redfall. Like, I don't think Redfall would exist, or it definitely wouldn't exist in the state that it was if Microsoft did not own it. But Microsoft had to shove that shit out the door. I would too, man, Michael. They've been pushing people out. I would. But it's a mess. Now they got unions to deal with Bethesda. So good luck, Elder Scrolls. We need you to crunch. We need it out by next year. Todd's like, go talk to the union guy. I'm not doing shit. That's what he just told. He just told him. He's like, well, I'm doing shit. I'm not doing shit. That's what he just said. But enjoy. This is what you do. So, another thing that came up, now we're going to go into the FTC. So now we're speaking about increase of Game Pass prices, right? Speaking of increased Game Pass prices, the FTC came out of the woodwork. So we got grinders, hit the like button. We are going into Grindhouse Law. That's right. Law is in session. Let me just get here. FTC. I had this article here. And it was... I can't believe I had it, see. But the law's in session. So hit that like button, grinders. We're going into the FTC coming out and going back at Microsoft talking about their recent price hike and that stuff. The FTC is still breathing down their neck with this stuff. Well, let me just see if I could find it, because I love that article and I wish I had it ready to go. If you wouldn't mind just bearing with me. Here, I do have a oh my god, that one's funny. Let's see here.
You're my number one customer.
Let's see, I have I'm still looking for it. This is it. Is this it? Yep, got it. So the FTC came after them. Oh yeah, JP Logo with the 5. You see the article about the analyst who predicts Game Pass will make $5.5 billion in 2025, dude. It was that Michael Pachter. Is that who it is? Michael Pachter's dude. Yeah, thanks, JP Logo. Yeah, I saw that stuff. Dude, they're still gonna try to promote this shit. So if you recall, remember when they were saying about the FTC comes out. So the FTC came out and challenged Microsoft and put in let me get it here. Let's see what they specifically said. What they were saying is that the increased price of Game Pass and the removal of day one games was counter to what Microsoft was saying last year when they were saying we will not increase the price of Game Pass due to the acquisition of Activision. So the FTC came out and filed a complaint here. Misleading the extra record account of facts as the FTC is wrong, called Game Pass standard degradation. So they came out and said, the FTC, so this is Microsoft's response to it. Never mind. This is Microsoft's response to it. Let's get the, not Microsoft's response to it. Let's get to what the FTC said in their letter. They called it a degraded product because it was removing day one Game Pass, right? So they called it a degraded product, and they said that you're doing exactly what we were afraid of. You, because of Call of Duty and Activision acquisition, you have increased the price, and you also removed day one games, forcing people to pay the higher price of the day one games that we had in there. And you have degraded the product and trying to get people to pay more money for it. Exactly what you said you wouldn't do. Microsoft countered that by saying that you called standard a degraded product. Well, it's not, because we added online to it. And that's Microsoft's response to the FTC. So when I saw this stuff, I was like, yo, let's go back to see what was said.
You're my number one customer.
Back then. Let's go back and see. And when we go back and see, this is the actual thing. And it wasn't, this is the thing, that it wasn't in the FTC communication. It was in combat to the CMA concerns. So this is what they said. Game Pass prices will not increase. This was their response to the CMA last year. Game Pass prices will not increase. Now, mind you, Game Pass has increased twice already. Game Pass prices will not increase as a result of the merger, and certainly will not increase to a point that offsets the substantial benefits of Activision titles coming to Game Pass. You could count them on your finger. 1. On day-and-date basis, which is only Call of Duty. This is especially so given Game Pass will be continue to constrain be constrained by B2P, which is buyer to person. I think something like that. They clarified what that is. So this is the issue here. The CMA had an issue with this because the CMA said the integration of Activision and Microsoft will result in a classic elimination of double modularization effect because Microsoft will be able to acquire these games at an opportunity cost because they own them and will have incentives to distribute them more broadly and increase the output of Game Pass relative to its counterfactual level. In order to increase output, Microsoft will need to offer Game Pass at lower quality adjusted prices. This is exactly what Microsoft has done when it added content to Game Pass in the past, for example. ZeniMax transactions resulting in additional content, but no increase in Game Pass subscription prices. So they're saying, hey, we could put games in there, but offer them for a low cost. This opportunity cost, because we're getting them for cheap, we're going to keep them cheap and kind of, put pressure on the market. Well, they say if Microsoft increases the price, and they'll do that to get subscribers, right? But listen to this. So that's what they were afraid of. They were afraid of Microsoft was going to buy these studios, buy these publishers, put these games in the service for a low cost, and lower Game Pass quality for these games, right? Because this is what they believed. And tell me now how this makes sense. And we'll talk about this increase in price. But the next paragraph. This is especially so given that Game Pass users are price sensitive and an increase in the price of Game Pass would affect all users, including those that did not value or play Call of Duty. Game Pass subscribers can cancel at any time after a month of play. As Call of Duty titles are only released a year, any impact will be short-lived as gamers who exhaust their enthusiasm for the new version of Call of Duty within a few months will churn because of higher price. As such, any price increase will be counterproductive as it would increase subscriber churn rates. This is entirely at odds with the provisional findings assessed in Microsoft's rationale for the merger.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Is this crazy? They will not increase the price of Game Pass because it will increase the churn. And that is counterintuitive of the whole reason why they want to do the merger. The whole reason why they wanted to do the merger was to increase the subscribers, to compete. Let us compete. Let us compete. We are 4th or 5th. Let us compete. We are minuscule. We're nothing. Let us compete. We need the acquisition. We need Activision to be relevant. We need Activision to bring our subscriptions to more people, to grow. To grow. That was the whole reason why they were buying them. They were buying publishers to grow their subscriptions. So why would we increase the price if that is going to churn our subscriptions? That is counterproductive to what our rationale is for the merger. The rationale for the merger is to grow subscribers. If we increase the price, that will have people leave. Why would we do that? That's exactly what they're doing. Make it make sense. They are doing exactly what they said they didn't want to do. We're not going to increase the prices because Game Pass users are price sensitive. What's up, Dog Zone? They increased the price twice. Twice. We're not increasing the price of Game Pass. They're sensitive to price. And if we increase the price, they're going to leave. It will be short-lived. They will try out our games and leave. Why will we increase the price? Then why did you increase the price? You said it yourself. If you increase the price, that will increase the amount of churn, which will be counterintuitive to the whole rationale of you buying the friggin' company. Do you see the hypocrisy in this whole friggin' thing? It's a friggin' disaster. It makes no goddamn sense. We will not increase the price. The Game Pass subscribers are price sensitive, and an increase in price will affect all users, which it does, including those that do not value or play Call of Duty. It's there right there. Dude, they increased the price $20 for you, whether you like Call of Duty or not. Day one games. Tell me when Avowed and Indiana Jones are coming out. What's up, E-Dog? Churn. Game Pass subscribers can cancel at any time. A price increase will be counterproductive as it would increase subscriber churn rates. This is entirely at odds with the assessment of Microsoft's rationale for the merger. Dude, they bait and switch the whole friggin' place. And I said this before. This is a Call of Duty swing for the fences. Let's get more money from the suckers that are already on Game Pass because of Call of Duty. That's what this is. This is not I said this on Mucha Show. This is not a long-term play. This is not a play to grow your market. This is not a play to get more people to play. This is to squeeze the lemon dry of the people that are suckered in at rooftop parties to your bullshit, and you're going to milk them for everything it's worth. Because the console gamer is that's why they are there. The console gamer is the one that buys the most and spends the most. That's your golden goose. So let's suck it up and squeeze the lemon dry.
About console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
Phil has to run a profitable business. This is the money grabbing, slimy, schemy things that Microsoft is doing. This is what they're doing. They are trying to get their money back. This is a Call of Duty play because they said it last year. We are not increasing prices because that's counter. That's counter. They were going around saying we're fourth or fifth. We suck. We're last. We need the merger to be relevant in the future. We need the growth. We need Activision in order to be sustainable. We do not have the market share that they have. That was the whole purpose. So why would we increase the price, CMA? That will just hurt our growth. Well, Phil, Satya, answer your question. You increased the price last year for Bethesda games, and then you increased the price this year for Call of Duty. You said it right there. It's entirely at odds. You said it would cause churn because they're price sensitive. So I guess you're not in the growing business anymore. We're not in the growth business anymore. You're in the whole let's get more money from these suckers business. That's what you're in. Because we got Call of Duty and Game Pass. And that's why the FTC called them out. And they said what they did was that they devalued their standard gaming subscription because they basically took out day one games, the biggest incentive for their acquisitions, and then basically put all their day one behind a higher paywall. So they're manipulating their subscription tiers to force to kind of gear people towards the $20 a month subscription. By devaluing them, and they're like, oh no, we added online. suggesting, Ryan, I ain't suggesting anything. It's right here. They flip-flop. And you got to listen as a consumer looking at this, you're going to go, then what the hell is their strategy? If they were aware that price-sensitive Game Pass subscribers will have churn, then I guess you're willing to risk the churn for more money. That's what they said. And then here, the addition of Activision content will reduce prices. One of the goals by the merger is to expand Game Pass faster and in a counterfactual without the deal. Such quality-adjusted price of Game Pass will fall post-merger. Specifically, the addition of new content to Game Pass is a reduction in the combined price of bundling costs and pre-existing bundling. There are several ways that gamers will realize this benefit. Gamers who would otherwise have purchased both Game Pass and a title, but after purchasing Game Pass, gamers will have whatever. They're all bullshit. Gamers who currently neither buy Call of Duty, they got all these different scenarios. But this one stood out to me as the biggest one because this is the one that the FTC was going against. And they're countering it by saying that they put internet in the thing. But this is their whole CMA response. Microsoft intends the future of Activision releases will be made available day one. It is likely Microsoft will pursue the strategy of placing games day one. They did that. And this is what they did. But that's what they did. Then what's interesting is now I go back to the cloud conversation. The cloud. Exactly. Without day and date, Game Pass has no appeal. That middle tier sucks. Like, nobody gives a shit about that. And what is day and date? Some games. They're not even detailing what those games are. But then you see their marketing. No cloud required. Nothing needed. Grinders. This was them last year. Microsoft sees cloud gaming as just a console feature for Game Pass users rather than a separate market.
Oh no! We suck again!
Now, let me ask you a question. There's rumors now from Bootleg and Friends that they're going to release a lower cloud tier. Hell, they put cloud. They said no console required. Don't you think that's interesting? Their ads now say no console required for a cloud stick. And they want now, supposedly rumors, that they're going to create another cloud tier. Well, isn't that interesting when they see cloud as just another console feature? How long ago was this? You digging up article. Dude, this was a year ago. June 23rd, 2023. Sarah Bond, corporate president. Sarah, storms are brewing your eyes. Sarah. Yep, Sarah Bond, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Bond, Xbox corporate vice president, has shared details about the cloud at the FTC Microsoft hearing. Yes, that too, Toolman, about ads possibly going there. And here we are, a quote from just a year ago. Bond was cross-examined at yesterday's hearing in the FTC Microsoft case. She clarified that Xbox cloud gaming is the least popular feature among Game Pass Ultimate subscribers.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Do you see? Cloud gaming is the least popular feature among Game Pass subscribers. No console required, right? under oath in a cross-examination. This is what she said. Under oath. This is not under no goddamn interview, no butter washing goddamn IGN zoinks interview. This is under oath in the law of the gaming grindhouse, FTC. 2 Utes in the house.
Oh no! We suck again!
Sarah, say your words. It's amazing. When I read this quote in the back of your grindhouse minds, just think, no console required. Cloud gaming tier. Oh, okay. Ultimate includes cloud gaming. Wait, now when I got all those little triggers in your head, now let's read her quote. What we've found, under oath, by the way, what we've found is that it's really being used by our players as a feature for the console. Because what people can do is when you go in to start playing a game, instead of waiting to download it, you can start playing it right away. Oh, shit! That was right in my friggin' ear. I'll read again. What we found is that it's really, sorry about that. Our cloud players is a feature for the console. Because what people can do is instead of playing a game, instead you wait to download it. You can stop playing it right away while it's downloading in the background. And it's actually the majority of the use of xCloud gaming. It's just a console feature. It's just a console feature, she said. Under oath, that's what she said. It's just. So now they're convincing the court cloud gaming shouldn't be considered a separate market, but as a part of a broader games market. Sorry, Compost. Xbox xCloud is an unpopular feature as part of Game Pass subscription rather than a full-fledged service. There you go. So when everybody raised the concerns about cloud, they minimized cloud, saying nobody's using it. Nobody cares about it. That's what they did last year. Nobody cares about cloud. It's nothing. It's just a feature of the console. And these son of bitches are going around this year with an Amazon Fire Stick telling you no console required. And considering a separate cloud-only tier. In May, it was also revealed that the Xbox Cloud Gaming generated less than $50 million in 2021. However, the CMA report suggests that it became the largest cloud gaming since revenue in 2026, that it will become the largest cloud gaming. In its appeal against the CMA blocking decision, Microsoft argued that cloud streaming services and native gaming are substitutable. They're substitutable. That's what they told the CMA. Cloud gaming and console gaming, native gaming is substitutable. So if customers can switch between them, they're both part of a broader games market. If they're substitutable, then how is no console required? You would just say it's additive to the console. You wouldn't tell somebody in marketing, don't buy the console, get a Fire Stick, if they are substitutable. If it's an expansion of a broader games market, then why is your marketing saying don't buy this, buy this? If it was substitutable, it would be more of a broader thing. Your Xbox games everywhere. That's the kind of marketing that you would get. Xbox games everywhere. Your cloud gaming now on Amazon. More places to play. You wouldn't market it as no console required. Samsung TV. You don't need to buy a console. You got a Samsung TV. All their marketing of cloud is counter to what they told the CMA. because they minimize cloud as a broader feature of the console. And this is very important because if they make an xCloud tier of just subscribing, which they're planning on doing, that is going to be totally contradictory to what they proposed. That cloud wasn't its own business, because see, that is where the CMA didn't want Microsoft to dominate. They're like, yo, cloud is undiscovered. We can't have you buying up all this bullshit and running the cloud into the ground and being the only cloud service that has this content. And that's why they had to do the Ubisoft shit and all this other stuff, and sold the Boosteroid and left out Black Nut and all this other stuff. This is what they did. But their approach was that cloud gaming was just a broader market. It was an option. They're just streaming it. It's not its own thing. It's actually the least popular feature. It's our least popular feature, she said. Games are being streamed, built for console. Phil said nobody wants to play on a phone. Right? It's just a console feature. Well, there you go. They did exactly what we said they were going to do. And here was the article. The FTC accused Microsoft of product degradation, criticizing their recent Game Pass price hike. So now we are a year later. The FTC is coming after them, saying the ultimate price tier went from $16 to $19.99, taking day one games. That is a 17% increase. And starting September 12th, right before your Call of Duties. In addition, the company will replace Game Pass for console with Game Pass Standard. And not only will that, they're going from $10.99 to $14.99, and they're removing day one games. But they're saying they gave them online. Microsoft's price increases and product degradation, combined with Microsoft's reduced investments in output and product quality via employee layoffs. Another issue that they had last year with this was that they was going to increase layoffs. And what did they do? They went in there, canceled BlizzCon, Blizzard gone, dropped a whole studio, canceled games. This was all the fears of these regulatory agencies, but because they had some judge that said the son that worked for Microsoft, and they were able to lie through their teeth, they did this. And Microsoft said that it's misleading. It's not degraded because we added online to it. Now all of a sudden, Xbox Live is a value when Microsoft themselves devalued the shit out of it. It's a value now. No, but the whole incentive of the acquisition was to buy games to put them in the service day one. You took that away. You're enticing people to buy the up. Now you put that. The whole point of the acquisition was to own these games, to put them in Game Pass day one, and you took that whole point and put it at the premium tier at $20. That's what they did. So do you believe that shit? That's their plan. And right, Ryan, they have no idea of what's going on. They have no idea. That's why I said this is not a long term. And then, just this other thing too. This popped up, Mr. Yellow Chair and stuff. But like this. Game Pass price hikes 2 weeks ago prompted questions of whether Microsoft produces big enough games to justify the price. Game Pass lineup of this past week prompts a less discussed aspect of Game Pass. It's curated by people with excellent taste. Now, these games were day ones. These games were there. Console games. Path of Goddess, Dungeons of Hindenburg, Flintlock, Flock, Magical Delicacy. Listen, I have nothing against these games. But these are not the day one games that people are signing up for. Okay? So while they may be nice little indie gems, AA gems, and things like that, nice to haves, and play on day one because we're in the middle of friggin' July, this is not the stuff that's bringing people to the subscriptions. All right? And I don't know if you look at the comments, people are like, well, I didn't play these games. Like, I don't find this value. When I sign up for $20 day one, like, I'm expecting their first party, the Indiana Jones, the Perfect Darks, the Fables, the Starfields. That's what people coming and signing up for. And if Microsoft thinks that they're going to fill a $20 day one tier with a bunch of kind of indies, AA's here and there, focus entertainment kind of stuff, and then drop like 1 or 2 Call of Duty and some other couple of games throughout the year for $20 a month, I just said they put a bullseye on their back. Because people are going to now, day one now is not just like, oh, it's within the $15. It's just no, now day one is $20 friggin' dollars a month, $240 a year. That's significant if you're going to sign up and you're going to expect maybe a big game every month. This kind of stuff now is not as appealing as it once was. And does it justify the cost? I don't know. Not for me. I see, and you see what the reviews of Flintlock are like. Maybe they're nice little gems, but I'm not sitting there going, this is day one. And then on top of it, these kind of games are not going to get somebody on the middle tier to upgrade to day one. If they're seeing these games on day one, people are like, nah, I'll just stay here on my middle tier. $20 a month. Like I said, they put day one games. Now, when you see a list of day one passion projects, you're going to be like, no, where's the day one Perfect Dark and Fable? Like, this is what I said. There is more pressure on them to deliver on day one. That's why this is not a long-term goal. This is a Call of Duty, make your money back, scramble. They didn't think this shit out. They're going to fill Game Pass day one with this kind of stuff after Call of Duty. And you're going to wait again. Like, would you subscribe day one for a company for $240 when their output from their first party was Hellblade 2 and the next one is Call of Duty, and then the other 2 games you have no clue if they're even going to come out this year? Like, if I'm going to pay for day one, I better know when the hell day one is. That's right, $80 billion. They don't know what to do with this shit. They have no clue. No clue what to do. And then there's the Andy Robinson thing. You're talking about Xbox is reportedly exploring new Game Pass tiers. A cloud-only option and the possible family membership. Dude, they are confusing the hell out of people. So Bootleg came around with a cloud-only with ad-supported tiers and ad-supported ones, and potentially the return of the family subscription. Isn't that interesting? Cloud only. When we're just reading articles that cloud is not its own thing and it's the least popular, why would you do a Game Pass tier just for cloud? It's the least popular and nobody's using it. It's a console feature, but you're marketing your cloud as no console required. Dude, they are so messed up. And they're going to add ads to it. Ad-supported tiers. Dude, they're going to have 20 friggin' options of Game Pass that, guess how many you're going to subscribe to? None. Because it's going to be so friggin' confusing. It's like going to be trying to buy a friggin' car. Well, you can have this tier and this one, and then this one has some ads, but then this don't have the $3 more. You don't need ads, and then this one just has cloud, but those are only certain clouds, and then this one has PC, and this one... Yo, it is a mess. They are throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks, because guess what? The one thing that is true throughout this whole thing, and grinders know, we've been here, none of it is working. The whole vision of Game Pass, the whole purchase of studios, the whole Microsoft's power, the most powerful console, none of it works. Their quality games are coming. Trust in the process. None of it. It's a fail after fail after fail after
We
fail.
suck again.
That is the only thing that is true throughout all these years, is that they are constantly just tripping over and stumbling over themselves because they don't know what works. And they pivot and stay one Steam, or they this and that. It is a friggin' mess. Ad-supported tiers to play what? You're going to have Flintlock in there with ads behind it? People don't even want to play without ads. But cloud is just an extension of the console. Cloud is just an extension of the console. No console required. It's a replacement for the console. Not an extension, a replacement.
You're my #1 customer.
Yeah. JP Logo with the 5 says, by the way, you all see a new A Quiet Place game giving me huge Alien Isolation vibes. Oh, I didn't see that. I gotta check that out, JP Logo. Thank you for that. Check it out. Josh says, do you think the Microsoft outage last week will affect Xbox, especially pushing people more online? Nah, it's been going down often. The outage that they've had, with their Xbox Live, there's been a lot of outages. I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to affect Xbox so much. I think it's the content. It's this wishy-washy. It's all this shit all over the place. This, I'm telling you, they are throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And none of it's sticking. And it hasn't been for all these years. And this is their problem. But they made a huge hypocrisy of what they said cloud was, what Game Pass was going to be, all the stuff to appease the deal. And now that the deal is done, they can manipulate the shit out of it. They let go people, they fired people, they shut down studios, they closed studios, they canceled games. They released, they put games on other places, and now they're throwing shit on PlayStation to see what that sticks and stuff on the Switch. And now when the Pro comes out, their games can run better than an X. So who the hell knows? They're going to put themselves in another predicament that they're not going to be able to back out of. But when you go around marketing like this, no console required, that's not telling people to go buy a console. And that's going to hurt their market share even more. It's already devastated. It's going to hurt it even more. And then devs are really going to do skipping it. Even more devs. And then guess what? They skip Xbox, they skip cloud. And now more pressure's on your first party because you're the only one supporting your cloud. Because all the other third parties are your install base isn't big enough and worth my time. And with all this stuff, they only have 33 million Game Pass subscribers, and that's going to drop after they increase the price in September. But they just want their money back from Call of Duty. And exactly, Mr. Tennis says, nothing's going to stick and Satya will pull the plug. Yeah. That's where I see it in a couple of years. I see Satya just going, you know what, Phil? Scrap the whole shit. You couldn't deliver my cloud vision. Nobody's on the cloud gaming. Scrap the whole thing. We'll go right back to Office. And this whole thing gets dissolved. And that's, dude, they've done it before. They've done it with Mixer. They've done it with Kinect. They buy this shit up. They think they're going to Beam. They bought Mixer as Beam, and they thought they were going to have a whole video platform. They were buying Ninja and Shroud millions of dollars to buy content by streamers from Twitch. Had people switch over, incentives to switch over to Mixer and all that stuff. And they had these people switch their livelihoods over to stream, and then they shut the whole thing down right from under them. People were crying. It was a disaster. You remember all those streamers crying? I brought my whole audience over here, and I tried to start up a Mixer. Microsoft was giving all these incentives. I came over here, and then Microsoft just shuts it down. Left these people abandoned. Told them to go to Facebook Gaming. That's what they told them to go. Same thing with Kinect. They threw it in the box. They bought that technology, and then they scrapped the whole thing. They'll do the whole thing at Xbox. They're at the end of the game. This is the end of the line. That's what I'm saying. If a PS5 Pro comes out and Sony drops a whole shit ton of fucking exclusive games that look incredible, and Microsoft starts putting their games on PlayStation 5 Pro and they look even better, and Microsoft comes out with this handheld kind of janky thing that the Switch comes out with the Switch 2, Microsoft is done. They're going to appeal to such a small market. The Steam Deck is going to be on its third iteration. The PC handheld market are already on their third and fourth iteration. And Microsoft's going to come new to the table with an Xbox platform for what? You could play all their games everywhere. Why do I need to buy your hardware? Because Sarah Bond is talking about it? That's gonna make me buy it? No. Who will buy your hardware when you're talking around no consoles are required? How's Sarah Bond get on stage and say, go buy this console? You got the Switch 2 coming out. Worst time for you to release a portable device. PlayStation 5 Pro coming out. Run games better than all your computer. And you don't have the games to run to show off the system. That's why Sony just needs to do the death blow and just show all their friggin' games, dude. It's over. They're at the end of the line now. Increasing prices. They're gonna take Game Pass, Steam out of the streaming out of Ultimate, make it a $10 tier, and no console required. Imagine if you bought this, $30 or whatever. You got a Fire Stick, a controller, and 1 month of Game Pass. That card is worth $20, and you can't stack anymore. Think about this. You spent $30 on this thing. You got 1 month of Game Pass. In 30 days, that controller becomes a goddamn paperweight. Unless you still pay $20 a month. And the Fire Stick, there's your Fire Stick. You wind up just using the Fire Stick and throw the controller in a drawer. And the gaming is horrible. There's no Ethernet on this. You Bluetooth it to that thing. It's trash. I agree, Mr. Buy a Series S. Exactly. Native gaming does not replace that stuff. And then use your native console to stream from it. Why is that not even championed? Microsoft could have easily done an Xbox Portal, and I think people would have been fine with it. With no subscription needed, nothing. And that's the other thing. Nobody sits here and asks those kind of questions. Nobody sits here and goes, hey, Microsoft, you were talking about remote play. Why didn't you do a PlayStation Portal and not have me need to subscribe? I think this was $35, Toolman. I think it was like $35. I think basically they were giving you, I think it was like $35 or $40 or $35 on Prime Day. Or I think the Prime Stick was. I don't know if the control was. I'm not sure if the control was there. And look at this. You see this little fine print down here? Look at this. Look at that, grinders. Anybody on Twitter tell you about that? That 1 month of Game Pass is not even good for you guys that already subscribe to Game Pass. How's that? So if you're a console gamer going, oh, no console required. Unless you're a new Game Pass member, that card is worth shit. That $20 is worth gots to you. Unless you are a new member. It's always in the fine print. So even if you were a regular Xbox gamer going, oh, I'll buy this for the living room.
It's not even pink, this raw. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Hey, there you go. New only. Who are they going to get new and they're going to pay $20 a month? The cheapest, we go. BV says it was $73. $73, $35 for the stick. Oh, yeah, because you got to pay for that controller. Like some results that I saw, Xbox fans bought this and didn't know this. Nah. Expect it to be a giveaway. Dude, this is what happens when we get into the world of sleazy subscriptions. Shit could change on a dime. New owners, not this, $20 a month. Yeah, someone needs to. I'm not testing this shit out. I already tested Xbox streaming. You click on a game and you got to wait in a queue. Wait. A line. You believe that? You pay $20 a month. You got to wait in a line to play a game. says your queue number 7. You got to wait. Are you kidding me? You imagine clicking on a game and you're not waiting for loading screens. You're waiting for your chance to play. And then what happens is that you're in your game, and if you have to go do something, if you're idle, it kicks you from the friggin' game. Your session is done because they got to open up that server space. And Mr. Tennis is right. It's taking advantage of people who don't know anything about gaming. But Mr. Tennis, if you get this thing and you subscribe and they say now $20 more a month, I don't know, Alexander. You just wait. You wait for your queue. It says waiting. You wait. You're like 5 in line. If you get a game like Starfield or something like that, you're waiting for it to count down. You wait for your server. XQ. Exactly. It's not the way I want a game. And it doesn't replace gaming. It doesn't replace the console experience. So why are you doing this? And why didn't you just do the portal? And nobody asked that. Nobody challenged. They sit there. They break bread with Phil. They sit there with Satya. And they get their ass signed. And they go, guys, why don't you just do a PlayStation Portal? You could remove the headaches of subscriptions and paying a monthly fee. Just let me play what's on my console on the go. All my games on the go. Why can't I just do that? But nobody asked Phil that question. Nobody asked Sarabon. I just want to play my games on the go. My console's right here. Let me play my games. Oh, no. You got to play it through the cloud and pay us money. Why? I already bought the game. Just let me stream it. Steam Link has Steam Link. You can do that on a Steam Deck and all that other stuff. Like, that works. Why do I need to pay more money to stream the games I may own already or subscribe to your service? Why can't I just stream it on the go if I want to stream so bad? Microsoft doesn't want you to do that. That's why the portal, I said, is successful because it's cheap, $200, and there's no subscription needed. Everything on your PlayStation is playable on the go. There's no access needed. There's no subscriptions needed. Nothing. It's simple. It's easy for people that don't know. They just want to do that shit. It's not the most ideal because you're streaming, but if you're cloud streaming anyway, why can't you just stream the shit you already own from the console that you already own on your own shit, your own network, and use your console as a server? Done. Instead of being in a queue and waiting on this cloud server somewhere to get streamed from, what was that, a Digital Foundry? A Series S. You're not even streaming at 4K. You're not even streaming at higher fidelity. You're giving people the Series S version of games. Meanwhile, you got a Series X sitting at home that you could just stream from your own console at home. But no, you're going to pay $20 to stream from the cloud that Microsoft got boosters running in the cloud. That's what you do. And they want you to pay for that. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to pay for that shit and meanwhile have booster in the cloud. When you got an X at home. And let's see about and I tell you, PC Game Pass is the best. Look at Lionel. Watch this.
PC Game Pass still gets day one games for $12. Oh, did I not know
yes,
that?
PC Game Pass does, but you can only use PC Game Pass on a PC. So if you are a chump and give Microsoft your money for their gaming machine, then they treat you like a chump who gave them money instead of treating you like a valued customer that should get a good value.
That seems stupid.
Yeah, it does. You know what? Unsubscribe to Game Pass.
PC Game Pass still gets day one games for $12. Oh, did I not know
yes,
that?
PC Game Pass does, but you can only use PC Game Pass on a PC. So if you are a chump and give Microsoft your money for their gaming machine, then they treat you like a chump who gave them money instead of treating you like a valued customer that should get a good value.
That seems stupid.
And what about that valued customer, Phil?
Think about console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most. Think about console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
But he's calling them chumps.
Yeah, it does. You know what? Unsubscribe to Game Pass.
But yeah, that's what they think. And then kind of they capitalize on that stuff. Derek Strickland wraps up here and he goes like this. To reiterate, Game Pass is fragmented by value, especially that standard does not include day one games. Microsoft literally removed a subscription option and is replacing it with something that, one, has less value, and two, costs more. Xbox Game Pass has been a fragmented service since core. With standard, it'll fragment it even more. And he said, when I made this, I didn't think it would be Xbox services. It would be Xbox services, not hardware, that would be so fragmented. I mean, they are confusing the shit out of everybody with this whole throw shit, chum the water approach. And their hardware is all over the friggin' place. They got boosters all over the place. They got they got handhelds rumored. They got Amazon sticks, Fire TVs. And then on top of all that complication, now here's all multiple tiers of subscriptions going on. Well, you could get games day one for $20. You get them no games on 16, but that's only playable on the consoles on these things. Well, what's a console? Well, what's a Windows PC? Is that an Xbox console? No, that has its own subscription called Xbox PC Game Pass, which is $11, cheaper than if you bought it on an Xbox console. I have a question. If I buy the Xbox handheld, is that considered the Xbox console? Is that going to be a PC? Is that going to work with PC Game Pass? Is that going to work with console Game Pass? Who knows? Well, if you just buy a Samsung TV, does that work with the console? I don't know. That works with cloud. It's ridiculous. It is all over the friggin' place. And guess what? When you're all over, you're everywhere, you're nowhere. And nobody gives a shit. With all these options, all these hardwares, all these service tiers, you still are
Oh no! We suck again!
the lowest in sales, the lowest in MPD, the lowest in subscriptions. You not growing. You're stunted. You're the worst. With all these options, you're still the worst in everything that you do. That executive management shit has to go. All that, all this shit, it goes nowhere. Goes nowhere. It's not working. And that's the one consistency that we've had here. None of the stuff is working without great games. And speaking about some great updates, we're going to wrap this up with the last one of the PS5 Pro rumors. So apparently it's still on track. And actually, No Man's Sky just updated itself, and there was some preset options for Trinity, which is the PS5 Pro codename. And apparently there is a graphics preset, and I think it changes the resolution to 1700 as opposed to like 1200 that it is, something along those lines. But there is support in this update that they found for Trinity. Which, by the way, that No Man's Sky update, dude, is awesome. It makes the game, it looks incredible. These planets, dude. Starfield is shaking their boots because No Man's Sky looks friggin' absolutely incredible. Talk about that game. It's crazy what they've done with it. But they apparently, the PS5 Pro, Mr. Henderson put out that it's still on track. People are speculating there'll be some September reveal or some September thing. And the PS5 Pro is on its way. you know, and I think Sony needs to have a good show to kind of show that. And they're going to show maybe games like, you know, Ghost of Tsushima 2 running on it in you know, PS5 Pro and showing it running the best on the system. But, you know, this kind of adds more validity that this Pro is coming out. And, you know, as to what the power and capabilities are, we'll see. But that was found by Bomber Boy, No Man's Spoilers. And, yeah, apparently the No Man's Sky, here it is. Like better, they have here, according to the data miner, as like better water quality, minimum dynamic resolution of 1728p rather than 1296p, 77% more pixels on the lowest bound. So PSSR is still not showing, that's their upscale resolution stuff that's expected to be in the PS5 Pro. So I know Herman needs a show. Where the hell is he, right, Mr. Tennis? So I think, and that's their 30th. Josh says TGS in September. That's their 30th anniversary. So maybe, yeah, they could do a 30th anniversary. They could do 30th anniversary controller blades for the PlayStation 5 and then the PS5 Pro. And like I said, you know, in earlier this year, you know, talking about new hardware, you know, the fact that this PS5 Pro may come out probably later this year. So the Nintendo Switch new console coming out next year. Xbox coming out with their friggin' more expensive old hardware without discs and stuff like that. Like, and then some sort of portable thing that they're gonna have to try to market and try to sell as like a Xbox Switch. It's gonna be hard, especially if the Switch 2 is coming out and they're gonna come out with a shit ton of games. And then having this new hardware for this holiday with Sony's coming out there, and they have a litany of games, especially the year that next year is going to be. You know, that's the thing too. Like the games that are lined up for next year with GTA, with all these games that are coming out, even Death Stranding 2, you know, you're going to want to play them in the best fidelity. You're not going to want to play them on a portable little booster box Xbox handheld. Like, you don't want to take these incredible big experiences and go like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play this on my $400 portable Xbox while I'm taking a shit. It's like, no, these are the games that justify the generation. You're going to want to play them the best, either on PC or on the Pro or something like that, right? Or on a PlayStation. Like, you're going to want to do that. You're not going to want to take these big games and say like, oh yeah, let me scrunch them on a 6-inch screen. I can show you I'm playing in the backyard or something like that. Like, I just don't see that marketing there. So it's gonna be interesting on how they market this thing in a world of a more powerful portable Switch and a PS5 Pro more powerful there. It's gonna be very interesting, especially with the lineup of games that are coming out. So we will see how this goes, but it seems to be lining up there. And you know, Cerny, you know, they said it. Cerny was right, man. He knew they made this PS5 for the developers, and that's why the optimization is there. But we will see. But those are the rumors from that. Let me see if there's anything else from there. I think that was it for the PS5 rumor. There wasn't too much on there. And then Anderson, Mr. Henderson, wrote his thing. And let me see. Did I get all the chats? Let's see here. Yeah, I got everybody there. Let me see if there's anything. I think that was it. With yeah, that was it for the oh, here it is. Got it. This is the one I wanted to go. So then this is the latest on the PS5 Pro. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter is gonna be good too. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Tennis. That's right, LM. So the later half of this 2024 questions have begun. So developers can submit their applications supporting the PS5 Pro to Cert Ops on July 30th, a date understood to have been finalized as far back as 18 months ago. In addition, all applications for the PS5 on games that will release after September 15th will be required to support the PS5 Pro. This does not mean that the PS5 Pro will release on September 16th. But starting after September, they need to have that, supposedly. Documents sent to me in mid-2023 show the PS5 Pro release date, which, in my memory serves correct, is the later half of November 24. Despite Pro seemingly being on track, several sources have been apprehensive about the console's release later this year, primarily due to a limited number of first-party games. However, regarding documentation, 90 to 95% of my report involves documentation sources. Nothing implies the PS5 Pro has been delayed. Officially, Sony has yet to confirm the existence of it. As many people of the community pointed out, Sony is set to be at the Tokyo Game Show in September, making it the first time the company has been in the show in 5 years. So it's the PS5 Pro is announced at the event. It will remain to be seen, but I speculate that they will have a show to talk about the Pro and its features, revealed it earlier in the month instead. So he's thinking something earlier in September to reveal this thing. So that was his reconfirmation of the information that he had regarding the PS5 Pro. So it does point to some September showcase, and then that will basically release to possibly pre-orders and stuff, whatever, release in November. That's what it's looking like, grinders. We will see. But guess what you got to be? You got to be locked here at the Gaming Grindhouse for all your news, entertainment, and excitement. So hit that like button, subscribe, and we are going to close this out with, our favorite song, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Groban. Hit that like button, grinders. Good night. What a show. Thank you again.
Xbox, take your seat. We're always last in the race, and we will
hit it, Phil.
Gonna spend more cash, make ourselves
$80 billion.
We need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Phyllis and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care. Start by bringing pen and men. Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi, rushing round at games. Over to PlayStation and Switch, and we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch, Big Booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do? $80 billion, gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Phyllis and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more something, it's
We'll do one more song. The Grindhouse is closed. Phil, hit it. One more song, grinders.
Of course, Redfall has released from Arcane Austin, and it's been a tough release week for that, coming out to low reviews and a lot of disappointment from many fans.
Ultimate Grinder.
Can you
Get
talk about
music
that? What
day
is your thoughts
one
right now as we
and the
head
whole
into
library
the first week of this game
of
being out?
Gaming Grindhouse music.
Phil Spencer, will you ship that? Sure, we'll fix it later. It's all part of the plan in our trash-ass service. We'll make it right with updates and patches. We'll take flight, got bugs in the system, glitches in the code, but we'll keep on playing. We'll never lose hope, we'll release it anyway. Cause we know the fans will stay, fix it later. That's our game developers' way. Game-breaking bugs, we see them all, but don't worry, my friend. We'll have a ball, we'll patch it up. We'll make it fine, our trash-ass service. Yes, I will ship that.
I'm upset with myself. I kind of revisit our process. I think back to the announcement of 60 frames per second, and then we weren't shipping 60 frames per second. That was kind of our punch in the chin, rightfully, a couple weeks ago.
Up in the game, feeling all the hype. Phil Spencer said, don't even worry about the games, right? Fan Fest, where you can meet me, Sarah, and Booty. Take a picture, get a tramp stamp, forget about the game. games we're making. But hold up, let's take a moment. Let's step back, is this what it's come to? Just a big act, lost in the frenzy. Can't even see the truth. Phil Spencer got us fooled. They never shipping something new. They never shipping something new.
I expect not what I want, but you know, it's ours to deliver.
Game breaking bugs, we've seen them all. But don't worry, my friend, we'll have a ball, we'll patch it up. We'll make it fine, our trash ad service, yes, I will ship that. Game breaking bugs, we've seen them all. But don't worry, my friend, we'll have a ball, we'll patch it up. We'll make it fine, our trash ad service, yes, I will ship that.
Thank you again, Grinders. Good night.